Breaking news. ADC Constitution bans Peter Obi from 2027 presidential bid. Killian's part for Atiku and Amaechi. This is quite interesting, honestly. It is now clear to Peter Obi that all this coalition arrangement was just a package delivery, honestly, and in deception. Well, whatever be the case, in a surprising turn of political developments, the African Democratic Party, ADC, has declared that the former Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, cannot contest under its platform for the 2027 elections due to constitutional constraints on party memberships. Now, what is that constitutional constraint? You see, I told you that Peter Obi will be frustrated. It's a gang up. All this coalition was just to drag him by the part and get him stopped. And it is now eventually playing out. That is quite interesting. Let's listen to the details. It is a very disturbing development, but not a surprising one. As a matter of fact, indeed, we have been following up this development. We know and understand what these people are capable of doing. They are threatened by the popularity and acceptance of Peter Obi by the public. So they want to get him by the side and get him stalked, get him sign an undertaking that will be to his own political detriment, so that they could get advantage over him by that development. The party's third schedule on primary election guidelines, specifically Article 8 on membership, mandates that any aspirants must not belong to any other political party. This provision has effectively shut the door on Peter Obi, who remains a registered and active member of the Labour Party. His media aide, Mr. Tanko Yusufu, confirmed the status setting. Well, that will be made public if he decides to do that. At the moment, he is still a member of the Labour Party. Wow, that is quite interesting. Well, we've not heard that Peter Obi has left the Labour Party for any other party, or possibly he might reserve his comments pending on when he observe and determine what exactly is going on with the coalition. Peter Obi's growing alignment with the ADC in recent months had fueled speculations about a possible defection and a first presidential bid through the party. However, exit his current party and satisfy ADC's strict membership requirement, his ambition under the ADC umbrella remained blocked. Meanwhile, the ADC National Executive Committee has cleared the two heavyweight politicians, former Vice Presidential Atiku Abubakar and ex-River State Governor Rotimi Amaechi. It potentially seeks the party's presidential nomination. Both men have severe tie with their previous political platforms, PDP and APC, respectively, and now meet the constitutional criteria laid out by the ADC Constitution. This political configuration set the stage for an intriguing race ahead of 2027, with realignment, defections, and coalition talks expected to shape the electoral terrain. While Obi's next move remains uncertain, his political influence and grassroots momentum continue to draw attention across party lines. Indeed, that was quite a very interesting development. Whatever be the case, now let's also look at the possibility of Peter Obi eventually defecting to ADC or severing his ties with the Labour Party. Now, Peter Obi now understands that that whole coalition was packaged for Atiku. It is quite interesting. It is very clear, possibly, that Peter Obi wouldn't want to play to chances or wouldn't want his head to be used at the detriment of his political ambition or aspiration. Comes 2027. He's taking his time to study the antecedents and possibly draw final conclusion to that effect. Here again, we are going to review the position of Dumebi Kachuku, who had his own opinion or perspective regarding this. During an interview with the channel TV, Kachuku explained that the entire structure of the coalition appears to be tailored for Atiku, and recent developments within the alliance support this claim. He said the whole ADC structure is being packaged for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. We can see what is happening within the coalition. Someone like Mr. Peter Obi now understands that the whole coalition was packaged for Atiku Abubakar. From our understanding, what we are seeing now is that he is looking in other directions. Other people who are aspiring to run now realize that the coalition was indeed no coalition. It was just a vehicle for Atiku ambition. I still say that ADC will never be a vehicle for that ambition. Well, that is quite interesting, honestly, with this development. We've said it, and this is not the first time. Possibly it happened in 2023, and hopefully such might repeat itself, because the desperation of an average political elite from the northern part is quite questionable and regrettable. And people begin to ask, why should that be so? Why is the North so desperate for power? Why are they not considering the fact that the North has been there for so long, and yet they want to perpetuate themselves within the corridor of power? I think Peter Obi must understand that the no Igbo should rule again syndrome is still playing out. The reason many has advised him to forget about the presidential ambition within the Nigerian setting, political setting, possibly looking up to the Biafran restoration, where his aspirations, his dreams could be actualized. But he seems not to be keen or interested with that development of fighting for the cause of the restoration of this lost sovereign state of Biafra. Now, they are playing the game they know how best to play. And that is very, very, very unfortunate indeed. Very, very unfortunate. Will Peter Obi definitely catch up with them? Only time will reveal otherwise. In another development, there have been rumors spreading in the social media that Mohammed Babangida has rejected the appointment as the Bank of Agriculture DG by the Tinubu administration. However, the media aide to Mohammed Babangida has come to clear the air that the public should disregard whatever fake letter are spreading in the social media, that Mohammed Babangida has not in any way rejected the appointment. It is a very interesting development, honestly. Reacting to the fake letter, Alhaji Mahmoud Abdullahi, who is one of the media aides to Mohammed Babangida, described the letter in circulation as fake and concocted from disgruntled elements. Mohammed Babangida did not reject the appointment. The letter circulating is fake. In fact, the signature is not that of Mohammed Babangida, while the telephone lines quoted are not his. We wish to clarify that Mohammed has gratefully accepted appointment as chairman of the Bank of Agriculture as announced by the federal government, and therefore extend his sincere appreciation to President Tinubu for the trust and confidence bestowed upon him. We also want to assure the public that those spreading this falsehood will be thoroughly investigated and brought to justice. We remain committed and transparency, accountability, and fostering unity within our nation, Mohammed declared. It will be recalled that Mohammed Babangida's appointment was among several strategic appointments approved by the President Tinubu last week to strengthen leadership across key government institutions. Well, that is, by the way, of course, debunking and accepting the appointments, whatever be the case, should not be a distraction to the nagging issues affecting Nigerians today. So the government should be keen in addressing those fundamental issues rather than being divisive or distracting the people. It is quite an interesting development. Whatever happens, definitely we'll get to know the truth thereafter, whether it is fake or real. That is inconsequential. Whatever happens, we are going to understand the truth will also surface. Is a matter of time, no matter how it's being covered. In a similar reaction regarding the position of Peter Obi, the Labour Party disowns Peter Obi OT, endorses Baba Ahmed Dati as its 2027 presidential candidate. Wow, could this be a joke, or could it be a conspiracy? In a surprising turn of events, the Labour Party has reportedly distanced itself from the 2023 presidential election. Peter Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Oti, while endorsing Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed as its flag bearer for the 2027 presidential election. The decision announced during a National Executive NEC meeting led by Julius Abure faction of the Abuja on July 21st, 2025, has sparked widespread debate within the political landscape. Well, this is quite a very disturbing development for Peter Obi. Gang ups and conspiracies building up. It is a very disturbing one and a challenging one for him indeed. While sources indicate that Aburi-led Labour Party condemns Obi and Otis for their alleged involvement in an illegal NEC meeting held on April 9, 2025 in Abuja, which the party leadership deemed unconstitutional. The faction accused the duo of undermining the party's unity, with some leaders citing Otis' comments about a potential doomsday for the Aburi leadership as a direct threat. Despite their contributions to the party prominence in the 2023 elections, where Otis secured over 6 million votes, the Labour Party appears to be pivoting towards Baba Ahmed, Obi's former running mate, as a fresh face to lead the 2027 campaign. Baba Ahmed, a Kaduna-born politician and founder of Base University, has been vocal about his belief in the new direction for Nigeria. This recent statement on Arise Television, where he argued that Obi should not settle for a vice presidential role in any coalition, may have boosted his appeal within the party. The real coalition is a vote at the ballot box. Baba Ahmed emphasized, highlighting his focus on grassroots support over political alliance. Exactly. The decision to endorse Baba Ahmed has raised eyebrows, particularly given Obi enduring popularity and Oti's acclaimed governance in Abia. Critics argue the move could deepen the Labour Party's internal divisions, with some questioning the legitimacy of Abure-led faction's authority. Meanwhile, Baba Ahmed's supporters see him as a principled leader capable of unifying the party and challenging ruling All Progressive Congress in 2027 presidential race. As the Labour Party navigates this turbulent period, political analysts suggest the endorsement signals a strategic shift, possibly aiming to consolidate support for northern Nigeria, where Baba Ahmed hails from. Meanwhile, the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo has called on Nigerians to give Igbos candidacy a chance to govern Nigeria, that Igbos remain the true Nigerians who is yet to govern the Nigerian state, that Fulani has had their time dispensation, the Hausas likewise, the Yorubas has had their own turn. Now, it now left for the Igbos to also have their own opportunity to govern Nigeria, considering their enormous contributions to the progress, economic, and unity of Nigeria. That denying them such opportunity, of course, could deepen the hostility and hatred across board. They have no reason to be sidelined to that particular extent. And this is quite a very disturbing development as he expressed his own opinion regarding that Igbos has the right to run for the office of the president, while expressing disappointment over the renewed hate against the Igbos without any justification. While Peter Obi is passing through a political turbulent moment at his stance now, his positions or decisions might be very critical at this particular time, whether he will still contest under the platform of the Labour Party. Already the ADC have expressed their own position that possibly Atiku and Amaechi will be their presidential candidate. So Peter Obi is more or less floating. Only time will reveal otherwise. Thanks for watching.